Well, holy smokers, this ain't no jokers. We had to wait all day, but finally, Meet Kevin has responded to this whole situation around TTCF stock, tattooed chef stock, okay? So essentially, if you don't know what happened, this dates all the way back to pretty much Millenial Money the other night, and Kevin kind of pushing back against TTCF stock. I didn't even know he was a shareholder of this company. Then he discloses he's a shareholder, he's selling out. He says some things in like his private group about Tattoo Chef that I felt was very misguided. And then we've kind of been waiting all day for him to like do a proper response, okay? And so he responded 2 times today. One was kind of more of like an indirect response. And one time he directly responded to a video, okay? So I want to hear him out on this. I want to share my opinion on exactly what he said here, okay? Now, first off, let me address something. I don't think Kevin, or I hope Kevin's not taking any offense that I'm coming back after him in this whole situation, because at the end of the day, like if you have a massive platform and you say some things that, you know, somebody else thinks are pretty misguided and the wrong way of looking at things, like you should expect, you know, somebody like myself to come out and speak on this. I don't think he's offended by this whole situation, or at least I hope not. Kevin, if you are, I know you'll watch this video. So if you are at all, let me know. But at the end of the day, like in the stock market investing space, man, you know, if somebody with a big platform comes out and speaks down about a stock, you know, and says some things that you're kind of like, what are they talking about? Okay, especially when they got a huge platform, like you should expect, you know, somebody to respond to that. Let's just put it that way. You'd like even if it's on like the DL, like, you know, just kind of like you spread some stuff over here, word gets around quick, man. Word gets around real quick. Like it's going to reach me real fast in whatever said, even if it's on the DL and you think like nobody's going to find out about this. And it's like, oh, how did this become like a big thing? Happens fast, man. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy this. As always, don't forget to smash a thumbs up. I do appreciate that with our little YouTube channel here. Much love as always. I think we just hit 60,000 subscribers, which is crazy on this channel. So yeah, I do appreciate it, guys. And thanks for joining me here today, okay? So first thing we'll talk about, let me make this screen small here. We're going to share what happened this morning, okay? So Kevin, I don't know if he was caught off guard, but he hops on this live stream and, you know, a lot of people, let's just put it that way, wanted him to speak about this tattooed chef situation, okay? And you're going to see kind of what happens here, okay? So let's play this out here. I had a smash for Kevin there. You know, I got a smash for everybody, man.
But it's pretty flat right now. I think this market is overall pretty bullish right now. This is very, very bullish. Everything's pretty up right now. We've got it looks like if anything, the recovery stocks are a little lower. Paper hands. Why paper hands? Oh, another $2. Oh, tattooed chef. Oh no, yeah, I'm dead tired. No, so look. Yesterday, I posted it's funny, I haven't even sold my shares yet. Jeez. So I woke up not that long ago. I'll be frank here. I woke up like 15 minutes ago. Like I'm dead. So I think I'm on like 4.5 hours of sleep. And honestly, I woke up so late this morning and it's odd that I woke up this late, but I didn't even make myself a cup of coffee yet. But anyway, apparently I wake up and there are like all these alerts about a video about Tattooed Chef and all this. Look, I'm going to make my video later about Tattooed Chef. Let me make this very...
Yeah, we had to wait all day for it, man. Holy smokes, man. All day we had to wait for that video.
And because I made a 29-minute video about this yesterday in the investing course, explaining some of my concerns. And the concerns aren't necessarily new. It's just the amplification that management provided to these concerns have made me have just a change of heart about Tattooed Chef. I think it's a great company, but my problem with it, and this is all I'm going to say about it. So somebody like mark 8 minutes on this video when.
You can't say it's a great company and sell out. You can't do that, man. You can't. That's like trying to play both sides, man. No, okay. We'll get into that later.
My problem with Tattooed Chef is I don't want to pay tech company multiples for a food company that's going to have to spend a fortune on advertising and in an advertising strategy that they have not even begun yet to sustain the growth they're projecting. I'll make it.
Okay, so where do we even start here? Okay, so just categorize this company as like just like a food company, I think is extremely misguided. This company is growing as fast or faster than actually a lot of big tech companies, or any tech company for that matter, right? Or a heck of a lot of them. They move at a speed that is similar to a super fast growth company. This is one of the most innovative companies you will find in any industry. I don't care where you're looking, okay? Like, you can't compare them with just like other food companies or something like that. It's extremely misguided in my opinion, okay? And we'll get more into this.
Detailed video on that, explaining it later. And I'm also pretty high in margin, right? So I'd rather concentrate into things that I have. Look, and I think Tattooed Chef is a great company. I don't want to come across.
Okay, so, if he has, different stocks he wants to get in, fair game, okay? But by the way, usually it's actually a bad idea to concentrate when you're on margin, because then the probability you could get a margin call goes up actually if you're concentrating your positions. But, anyways, that's pretty much what he said this morning, okay? And then obviously later on he responds finally with this video, okay? Why I sold a stock I like. Now, we'll get into exactly what he said, and he it's a 24-minute video, but at the end of the day, he makes one point kind of over and over again, okay? And, we'll discuss that point, but right off the bat, okay? Whenever you're saying things like, I think it's a great company, and you're saying things like, why I sold a stock I like, and TCCF heart, whenever you're doing things like that, it reminds me of this Rihanna song, okay? I love this song, it's so vibey, okay? Rihanna, same old mistakes, okay? And it reminds me of myself. I've been there, Kevin. I've been there a lot of times, and I've even made this mistake as recent as last year in 2020, okay? Where I sold stocks I really like. And let me just tell you, 90 to 95% of the time, it's a horrible decision, okay? And I'm a Dumbo, and I'll probably make those mistakes again in the future, and I just wish I couldn't, because every single time, or almost every single time, I ever sold out of a stock I really like, that I felt was a great company, it was almost always a poor decision. And that company usually 2x, 3x, 4x, with me not even being in that stock. And a lot of times what it came down to was me having a flawed thinking process, where I thought, okay, the valuation on the stock feels high right now, so let me hop out of it. Hopefully the stock will go down over the next 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and let me hop back in, okay? And you know what happened the majority of those times? I never got to hop back in. And I've made that mistake countless times in my 12, 13 years of investing, okay? I hope I don't make that mistake in the future, but I probably will, okay? Whenever you're saying things like, this is a great company, I like this stock, and then you're selling it, it almost always ends badly, okay? Almost always, all right? I've been there, I've done it so many times, and it is such a frustrating situation, okay? I'll probably make the mistake even in the future, okay? And I just wish I could. I just wish I could avoid that mistake, okay? But unfortunately, people just don't learn sometimes, okay? Now, in this 24-minute video, there's one core point he's really making, and it's around advertising and advertising expense, okay? And so first off, TTCF, okay, Tattooed Chef, this company, sell-through is amazing. They're getting in all the biggest retailers you want with near $0 in advertising, okay? These products move. Just flat out move, even with basically no marketing expenses, okay? I don't know if it's friends telling other friends about the products, or maybe people just are walking in Sam's Club and they're like, oh, look at this. Oh, plant-based, blah, blah, blah. Oh, let me get this, okay? I don't know what it is, but the products move with basically no marketing this company's done. Now, they're going to start doing some advertising and some marketing, okay? Now, this is a smart idea in my opinion for a couple reasons, okay? The first reason is, if people aren't even aware of Tattooed Chef's products, let's at least do some advertising to get them aware. So then when hopefully they go into these stores and they see the product, they're at least aware of it and they're like, oh yeah, let me try that. I saw that on, blah, blah, blah. I saw that on, this social media, or I saw this on TV or something like that. Okay. Also, over the next 12 to 24 months, Tattooed Chef, in my opinion, is going to go from a company that was hardly in any retailers to within the next 24 months, you're going to pretty much see it in every retailer out there, okay? It's going to be in pretty much every grocery store out there, in my opinion, within the next 2 years. It's already in a lot of the Walmarts. They're already about to get nationwide distribution in Target and go from 2 SKUs to 8 almost overnight, okay? That's ridiculous, and Target doesn't just do that, okay? Target has to be extremely confident that you're going to move product, like move it in a big way, okay? And so why not throw a little marketing and advertising behind that when you're about to get in all these retailers over the next 12 to 24 months to just make sure more gas is poured on the fire, essentially, okay? And this company is selling incredibly well with no marketing. So why not just put a little gas on it to make sure it's exceptionally well in the food and drink industry, okay? And the great thing is, when it comes to food and drink industry, okay, is when people like your product, they keep coming back and buying for years to go into the future, if not a lifetime, okay? And so this is why market share battles are very, very important. And this is why it can make sense to spend 10, 20, 30 million on marketing, okay? Because if somebody really loves your product, then you don't even have to market to them anymore long term. Like, you're good, right? Like Pepsi, although they might show me ads, like, they don't need to. I'm going to drink a Pepsi Max no matter what. Like they don't need to market to me anymore, okay? My favorite gum, Trident gum, okay? I don't have to ever see a Trident gum ad for the rest of my life. And I will buy Trident gum every time I'm out of Trident gum, essentially, okay? Oreos, they don't need to market to me. They could show me a commercial on TV. It literally doesn't matter. If I feel like some cookies, there's a good probability I might buy some Oreos, okay? Like some Skippy peanut butter. Like if we run out of peanut butter, let's go get some Skippy peanut butter, okay? Like they don't have to market to me anymore. They already did that. They already did their job, by the way. Roni Rona, I lost my sense of smell and taste. And the only item I notice is pretty much ruined for me for life is peanut butter. I don't know, every single peanut butter now tastes like it's rancid to me. Every single peanut butter related thing. Let me know if any of you guys got Roni Rona and you lost your taste and your smell and it ruined something for you forever. But like literally, I've tried every single type of peanut butter or peanut butter related item and it all tastes nasty to me now. It's crazy. Like ever since Roni Rona, it just like ruined me when it comes to peanut butter. But that's a beautiful thing when it comes to advertising in the food and drink space. Like I always remember working at Quick Trip, and the folks that would come in and get Monster and Red Bull every day, they came in and got it the next day and the next day, and they kept buying that product over and over again. And the person that goes to Starbucks is going to keep going to Starbucks. Like that's the great thing about the food and drink industry, and that's why you can build massive cash flows. Once you have recurring folks that love your product, you're good. You don't even have to market to them any time past that, okay? And, a good example, like Tattooed Chef, like there's several other products I really like, but this one specifically, this cauliflower, like plant-based pepperoni, like pizza bowl, essentially. That product is unreal. Like I could eat that product for like lunch every single day and I'd be perfectly happy, okay? Like Tattooed Chef, they could market to me, but they don't even have to. Like they have me now, okay? And that's why it makes sense to make these investments up front. And the thing is, with Kevin here and kind of my pushback here is a lot of the companies he's invested in are companies that make upfront investments on a ton of different things. In the food and drink industry, you got to make, obviously, upfront investments in employees and factories, right? And, getting your production lines up. And then marketing. Okay? And you can't put this company that is the fastest innovator in the food industry by a mile, you can't put them in the same categories as other just food stocks. It's the same misguided judgment that I always remember when I was just first starting to invest in Tesla and people would be like, oh, it's just a car company. You should value it the same as Ford and GM. And it's like, what are you talking about, man? No, you can't value the same. And I remember when I was investing in Nordstrom back in the fall time, and that was like a $10, $12 stock. And now, I don't know, it's $30-something a share, right? And I remember like some folks try to like categorize them as like it's the same as Macy's or JCPenney's. And I'm like, no, the management teams aren't the same there. The business model's not the same. The clientele's not the same. Nothing's the same, okay? And so you can't just lump like a company like this, Tattooed Chef, into the same category as all these other food stocks. It's completely like misguided in my opinion here. Okay, let me play this clip here, from Kevin here.
But I'm not a short-term player. You know that. I'm a very, very long-term.
I don't know how you could say that, Kevin. You're saying this is a great company. You're saying it's a stock you like, and then you want to sell out of it. And then you're saying you're not a short-term player. Like, it just doesn't make any dang sense at the end of the day, okay? So, in my opinion, I think Kevin is getting it wrong here. I think there's definitely some misguided thoughts that I'm just like, I don't think he's really thought all these things through, in my personal opinion, or he doesn't have the right frame of mind, in my personal opinion. So this is the last time I'll speak on this, unless he does like a direct response or something like that. This is the last time I'll speak on it for a while, until Millenial Money. But believe me, Millenial Money on Tuesday, I'm going to confront him on this. We're gonna talk this over a little bit more, because the logic doesn't make sense. Like if you want to just invest some money in another stock, perfect, fair game, keep it at that. But when you start saying things like, oh, the management team, I don't know, they're doing that, like, wait a minute. Why did you buy this stock in the first place? If you had all these concerns, you never buy a stock if you have a bunch of concerns going in. That's the bottom line. And then you just like stay out of it. Okay, that's the bottom line there. Okay, and I remember I watched a little bit more of that live stream, and then he was talking about some other company he has money in, and he's like, I haven't even got to fully research him yet. And I was like, what? like these to me are like things you just don't do. You don't invest in a company unless you really understand on a high level. You don't just throw money in a stock. Maybe that's something he does, but I just, that's usually going to wind you up in some trouble. That's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. As always, if you don't mind smashing that thumbs up, that helps us out in a huge way on this little small YouTube channel that I think we just hit 60,000 subs. So thanks for being here, guys. And we'll get back to regularly scheduled programming tomorrow. I will always come out and, if anybody with huge platforms ever wants to, say some what I feel is misguided things around a stock I own, I'm always going to be there to defend my companies. I always do it, whether it's short seller attacks, whether it's folks that are just, saying some stuff but have huge platforms that I think is misguided and the complete wrong way of looking at it. I will always come out. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's somebody, we do a channel together, or if it's somebody that is highly respected in the investment game, or like if they got a big, huge platform, I'm going to come out and I'm going to speak about this. Like, I won't be silent. Like, that's one thing I can promise you. I won't be silent on these things. If it's huge people with huge platforms, which Kevin obviously has a huge platform, like, I'm going to come and I'm going to share my perspective on that, and, respect it or don't respect it. I don't really care, but I will do what I'm going to do always. So much love as always, guys, and peace.